Okay, going to town. Follow the crazy bus. Larry doesn't like crazy bus, so okay. There's our old house. Boy, it's beautiful. They really did a good job. No, Otis. Larry's kind of nervous. This is the first time he's really driven it. Well, he drove it 3 miles, 6 miles total. But this time he'll be going in traffic. Boy, it's really gotten beat up with the weather. Sitting out for 10 years. At least it was fired up and taken down the street every once in a while. But it does have some problems, but the price we paid reflected that. Otherwise, it would have been $150, 150,000. We definitely couldn't afford that. It's, is anybody here? Oh my gosh, he runs off the road. Jeez, what the heck? I could drive it better than he can. Old. We used to get so frustrated with old people driving their RVs and stuff. When we were in our mid 20s, we had a 1970. It was like 3 years old, 4 years old. We thought it was old because it was 3 years old. Oh my gosh, he is driving that off the pavement. Oh my gosh. He is scary driving. Oh my God. Larry, you are an idiot. Here's where that guy was killed the other night. Ran off the road right here, speeding and passing cars on a motorcycle. Well, he'll never do that again because he's dead. He's killed. 40-year-old. Where are they going? Don't tell me there's more fires set today. need new tires. It's going to be an expensive ordeal. 10 tires. And they come up to above my hips. They're waist height for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 tires. Larry has had at least 7 accidents in the last 5 years because of his careless driving. He hit my Tundra, did $7,000 worth of damage. Then he hit his red truck, and then he hit my Tundra again. Then he hit his red truck again. And then he wiped out our trailer, the whole side of our trailer. And then he hit my Tundra again, and then now his red truck just doesn't. We were backing up, and I said, Larry, slow down. And he gunned it, and he wiped out. He did $8,000 damage. He hit those stone posts that we have in the front. Really makes me mad that he just guns it. He is Leadfoot Larry. I have a bad feeling about today. Really bad. Oh my goodness. Stop it. I don't want to hear you. All this stuff whining. I want you on the floor. Get on the floor, Otis. Get in there. Get on the floor. Get in there. Get on the floor, damn it. You damn chihuahua. Watch, he's going to go off the road there into the ditch. Yeah, go kill yourself, stupid fool. I want to watch you die, stupid asses. And that we end up paying for it because they don't have health insurance, and their accidents are $1 million and an investigation and lawsuits because they have to have that hot crotch rocket going. Where'd he go? Did he end up in a ditch? I hope. I don't know. There he is. Tailgating. I hope he gets in an accident. That's mean, I know. Somebody loves him and he has a mother, so I shouldn't say that. Anyway, I am not happy right now. I begged Larry to wait a week before we go do this. I've got at least 20 bags of stuff that I bought, at least $1,000 worth of goods. This is sitting in bags and not put away. And this is going to be there for 4 days where the homeless people wander. Maybe I can convince him to slow down enough to load all those bags up in my car. I really think he's going to do something to this. Well, his driving is horrible. Watch, he's going to go over the curb. He is really riding it to the right. Way too much. Oh, boy. I don't know why he doesn't take it here. Jeez. He is driving that off the road. Oh my God. It's got 3 braking systems. It's got air brakes, automatic air brakes, and then regular brakes. You can choose which brakes you want. I do not feel good. My pain is just off the charts. I told him I wasn't feeling good, and driving for an hour is just almost impossible. Watching him run off the road on the side is just really making me upset. It's 10 feet wide, so it's got a bigger wheelbase. It's the same as a truck. It's a truck chassis. Well, I guess he's not. Where the hell is he going? Oh my gosh. We are not going to Mount Hood. We're going to Portland. He is opposite direction. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Maybe he's going to turn left up here. If not, then I'm going to go back home. He can find his own way home. This is nuts. He's just going the wrong way. I'm ready to cry. There. He's going 5 miles out of the way. I don't know why he's going this way. 400 horsepower Freightliner custom chassis. My feet are completely numb. Back pain is horrendous. It's only 40 feet long, but our truck and trailer is over 55 feet long. The trailer is 30 feet, the hitch is 3.5 feet, and then the Tundra, double cab Tundra is what? Maybe it's 50 feet. But anyway, oh, a yard sale, yay. Oh my gosh, pass up a yard sale. That's a sin. I haven't been to a thrift store or garage sale in a year. And that is driving me nuts. Is this driving you nuts, my driving? Complaining, bitching and moaning about the way Larry is driving the motorhome. But our south wind was big too. But it wasn't big like this. This is different. Paul's inside. He's on cloud 9. Poor Paul. He keeps packing and packing and worried that we're going to leave him behind. We went to the store. We told him we'll be right back. We were gone for 2 hours. He called all his family and said that we left him and that we went to Yosemite and without him. Look at cannabis, and then across the street is another cannabis store. And then there's 4 cannabis stores here. Marijuana is everything. But you know, the thing is it's illegal. It's a federal. It is a federal crime that they are not willing to touch. They're letting it go. But when they go to cash in their money, you have to pay cash. People have to pay cash for all this stuff. They don't accept credit cards. And they have cash machines inside their dispensaries. This is a bad way. This is such a bad way, Larry. I can't believe you're going this way. This has a horrible curve. Which way are you going? No. No bueno, Larry. No bueno. Don't you take it through Troutdale. You're gonna wreck it. Shit. I can't believe he's coming this way. This is a narrow road with construction. Very narrow road with detours and construction and dips. Not a good way. This is the worst way possible. Wow, that guy's tire is weird. Hi, Gathering Place. How you doing? Are you still here? Oops. I'm looking, Scotty. You know about this Lucky Scotty thing? I can't believe that guy's tires are flip-flop. That's weird. Go. Go, Daddy, go. Look at that tire. It's Can you even drive like that? That hill, those foothills, that's in Washougal, Washington, the other side of the Columbia River. Big red truck. Big truck. Anyway, it's always windy in the porch. School. 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. Look at the blooming cherry trees. It's gorgeous. See these big trucks. Young kids drive those big trucks, so I should be able to drive the motorhome. I'll just get used to it. This. Wow, look at those hills. Beautiful. Beautiful mountains. I love Oregon and Washington, but I don't like what's happening. The liberal leaders allowing the riots to continue in Seattle and downtown Portland. Over the weekend, they smashed several businesses, including the Nike store and the Apple computer store. Boy, he's going to be hitting all these trees. And also, they destroyed a church. Come on, crazy bus. Wow, look at all the sheriffs. What the heck is going on? Wow, look at the beautiful hills. It was 89 degrees yesterday, and that is very unusual. Very, very unusual. Oops. You're not supposed to change lanes in the middle of an intersection. Driving tip number blah, blah, blah. From one nose. I'm sure I'm supposed to go this way. Oh, the hell. It's Troutdale Airport. He wants to go Marine Drive, so we'll go Marine Drive. Wow, another sheriff. Something must be going on. What the heck is going on? More sheriffs. Oh my gosh, more sheriffs. Huh. Interesting. That's kind of scary. Gathering place. How have you been doing? Are you feeling better? You got your COVID shot? Did you get your stimulus check? We can't get a check because we're in a different tax bracket. We got the first one, but we used it to help somebody. You know, when you save your whole life, scrimp and save. So when you get old, your house is paid for, everything's paid for, and then you start paying on all your medical bills. Your body starts falling apart. I saw a road rage the other day on camera. Oh, he's calling me. I left my computer outside and my camera recording the birds, the swallows building the nest. I wonder if you can do both. If you can do StreamYard on your mobile and then your home computer do a live. And so can you go check Gathering Place? Can you check to see if the swallows camera is going? Surprised the homeless people don't come out here and camp. Look at all this. This is Portland, Portlandia. Oregon's taxes are where we have to pay high income tax, even on our retirement and our investment funds and Social Security. So that's why we've been talking about moving out of Oregon. I don't want to move. Wow, look at the Columbia River. It's a mile wide, maybe 2 miles wide. Beautiful river. I would like to live on the Columbia River. That would be fun. What is this person doing? No signal, nothing. Sucks to be you. Ding dong. Ooh, hey, a mattress. The mattress can talk. I don't know. There's the Columbia River right there. Can you see the houseboats? those houseboats are about $500,000. And then you have to pay mortgage fees. And then you park your car up here, and then you have to walk to your floating home. And then you have everybody close to you. I don't think I could do that. But a house on the Columbia River is at least $2 million for a decent looking house. And that's definitely out of our price range. The islands. It's windy. There's islands in the middle of the Columbia River. A car went off the Glen Jackson Bridge on Valentine's Day. A family man who worked in Vancouver. He had a business in Vancouver, and then he closed up shop and wanted to go home to have Valentine's dinner with his family. Very nice, very sweet family man. Straight ahead is the Portland Airport. It's a big island there. Anyway, that bridge that you're looking at, that is the Glen Jackson Bridge, and several cars have gone off of it. I don't know why they don't build up those concrete walls where people can't, or cars can't go over it. I just don't understand it. There was anyway, the family man went off the bridge. I think somebody kind of tapped his bumper, had a small accident, but it was enough to roll his car up over the bridge. You know, when you do the pit maneuvers, that's the pursuit, enter something pit maneuver, tactical, where the police car hits the back of somebody's car and it helps it roll or stops him. But sometimes they can get out of that roll. But I never tried that on anybody because that takes a lot of training and skill. And I didn't have that kind of training in Sheriff's Academy. And besides, the pit maneuver didn't come into play until the 80s, I think. I'm not sure. But I never had that training. But I had other driving, defensive driving, tactical driving. And that's how I outran a pervert. After I graduated academy, I was a sworn deputy, San Diego County Deputy Sheriff, and I had a little side business. I was the second, not number one. I never made number one outside salesperson in Canada and the United States. I had 3 Amco transmission stores, and I built up a really nice referral business. I got a lot of customers because I was 20, in my mid-20s, and I was cute, not fat and old like I am now. And all I had to do was make a service call every now and then to keep my customers happy and keep referring. Oh, here's some homeless people. Oh, gosh. Anyway, I went to make one of those. See that on that roadside, that's where they pull in and camp, and they leave all their trash there. Here's another bunch of homeless camps. Yeah, all trash. Darn them pigs. Anyway, So I was out in East County, San Diego, Descanso or something, I forget where it was, but another homeless camp, whole bunch of homeless people camp here. Oh gosh, look at that. Definitely don't want to spend the night there. Oh, Canadian Goose. Wow, tons of homeless people. Trash, just trash everywhere. So anyway, I had made a service call to a couple of the gas stations and car repair places to leave my little booklet so they could pass out these service coupons to their customers that were having transmission problems. And oh man, wow, homeless people by the hundreds. So I didn't pay attention. I was just enjoying the being out in the country. I love being out in the country. And I guess he obviously passed me. This guy in a gold and white, gold color with white stripes, Dodge club cab with a camper on the back. He must have passed me. He had to have passed me. So I come up around the corner and there's this naked guy standing right in the center of the road, buck naked. And he was waving with one hand and working his tool with his other. Oh, there's the runway, Portland Airport. And he tried to flag me down, and it terrified me that there was a naked man. Oh, Goose got gooey goose. Anyway, so I thought, oh, it's a bunch of guys playing a college prank. You know, I had my 357 in my purse that was right next to me. And of course, my sheriff's badge, but I never, ever, there's only one time I flashed my badge, and that was to arrest somebody at a grocery store. So it scared me, but then I thought, oh, it's just college guys playing a prank. So I, what an idiot, you know, because that was in the late 70s when the flashers were doing stuff. So remember the flasher guy that ran across the field during one of the ball games. So I wasn't really concerned until I looked in my rearview mirror, and here he comes, breakneck speed. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. And then he pulls up beside me on the side of the road and forcing me into the other lane because he was going to hit me. And I tried to slam on my brakes, and he slammed on his brakes. And then he hoisted himself up above the window where I could see his thingy. And he was just going to town with his thingy. And I thought, oh gosh, this guy's serious. There's a problem. This guy's crazy. And so I slowed down because I wanted him to just leave me alone. And he stopped my car right in the middle of the road. And there's nobody out there, I mean, for miles. Because this is almost to El Centro, Raleigh area. You know, I'm talking 40 miles, 50 miles from San Diego. the outskirts. So then he kept coming up to me and tapping my bumper at the rear of my car. And I'm trying to do 80 miles an hour. And I thought, oh man, if he hits me and I'm going 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour, my car was smoking. I had an old 98, big boat. And it had at least 80,000 miles on it. It was old, but it was comfortable. Homeless people. And so the engine was smoking and the engine light was coming on, and I was scared my car was going to stop. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I'm crying and I'm panicking. This was day 8, 70, long before cell phones. So I kept going, trying to keep him from hitting me. And he got in front of me and slammed on his brakes in a narrow area and forcing my car to stop. But I outmaneuvered him and I went around him and I hit the gas pedal and going uphill. But around the curves, sharp curves, people brake when they come into them. But I knew in my defensive driving, in the Sheriff's Academy, that you ease up into a curve, and then as you go into the curve, you hit the gas pedal to keep control of your car. So that's what I did. He just about lost control of his car because he didn't know how to drive like I did at a high rate of speed in a curve. Doesn't work on ice though. Anyway, wow, look at the Columbia River. That's the mighty Columbia. So jet flying overhead. Memorial Park. Anyway, I outdrove him and I made it up to Alpine where there's a substation, sheriff's substation. And I made it there and ran in, and there's a radio in there, and I announced, I wrote down everything, what he looked like, how tall he was, the car, the truck, the license plate, everything. I had everything down to a T. I could see his blue eyes and curly hair. His name is Howard Corvinus. His name rhymes with tennis. Venus. Howard Corvinus. He showed me his hoo-ha. Anyway, he the police went looking for him because they had that as an attempted kidnapping and a 314 indecent exposure and a couple more charges. So they were looking for somebody who'd done some dangerous stuff, and I was believable, credible, because I was a sheriff's deputy. I didn't think of pulling out my gun because I didn't know if he had a shotgun or what he had. I didn't want to show him what I had. What happened? Larry. Hello? Crap. There was a bicyclist on the side. Shut up, Otis. Shut up. I missed the turnoff, so I had to go back. He had to turn off. He told me, but I wasn't paying attention because he told me Jensen Beach, and Jensen Beach is another 10 miles. So I don't know what he's thinking. Anyway, to be continued. Are you listening to my story about Howard Corvinus, who showed me his weenus? Ooh, creepy. Anyway, oh, there he is. So 3 days later, they found him, and he was in Border Patrol Academy. So this is no bueno, him being in Border Patrol Academy. He said he was out practicing tracking, which is a valid excuse for being out in the desert for 3 days. And he said he didn't know anything about what I'd accused him of. And he didn't see me. He didn't know what I was taught, anything. So he tried to get away with it. They arrested him. And then they took pictures of, no, they didn't take pictures of that, but oh, there it is, Freightliner. So they arrested him, and then they took pictures of him and had, shut up. They put pictures of a lineup, and I picked him out immediately. I said, here he is, right here. So I ID'd him within seconds of being shown 8 different pictures of men. And then so we get to court, and so he had all his cousins, his friends were all there. This was the trial of the century, and he was just loving it because he was going to take me down because I was a liar and looking for a date is what they said. That I was just looking for a young hot guy, because he was nice looking, but anyway, his attorney tore me apart, asked me every question in the book about how many feet away was he, how about this and how about that. And I don't know anything about distance. I don't know how 200 feet from 300 feet, how many inches are in it. And they just question and question and question me. And it just really got to me. And Otis, shut up. Larry. Oh, gosh, he's going to hit that. Oh, my gosh, Larry. Where are you going? Park it there. Park it before you wreck it. So anyway, I was crying on the witness stand and reduced to tears. And then we had a break and we were out in the hallway, and his family kept telling me, they kept banging their hands in their palms and telling me, we're going to get you, you're toast and you're going to be sorry. Wow, look at these that nice Allegro bus. Yeah, way out of our price range. Anyway, so the judge, and I had a couple of deputy friends that were there with me, supporting me, because they knew this guy was bad and he needed to be taken down. So they reported to the district attorney and to the judge that they were harassing me there in the courtroom. And during the break, they all got out, stood there calling me names and everything. And then the judge told them any more of that, and they're gonna, shut them down. But anyway, so then it was my turn. It was the prosecutor's turn. Hold on just a second. It was the prosecution's turn to question me. So they questioned me about why I was out there, and I told them I was a outside salesperson for Amco Transmissions, and I had just left one of the businesses and stuff like that. And then a couple other things, and that I was married and I had a kid, and I've been happily married for 10 years. And my husband was an engineer for Motorola and all that stuff. So anyway, so then I'm telling him about Howard Corvinus in the trial. Okay, you can drive the car. I just drive. Why don't you drive? Oh, okay. Where's Paul? He's in there. Okay. Want me to drag him out? No, I go potty. Anyway, so then they asked me, and what is your other job? I'll go in, Larry. What? I'll go in the bus. So anyway, I said I was a San Diego deputy sheriff. And you could hear a gasping all through the courtroom. And his attorney stood up and he made the T sign with his hand. Time out, time out. Next thing I knew, courtroom was all abuzz and shutting down, because it was a big case there in San Diego, because he was getting it for kidnapping. It was pretty serious allegations. I guess because he'd done it before. So they wanted to shut him down. So anyway, next thing I knew, I was at the district attorney's office. He pled guilty, but he wanted a plea bargain. So I didn't want to have any more, be on trial anymore. He'd never took the stand. He thought he could get away with it. He was a smug jerk. Anyway, ask him how much they charge to wash. It's $1,000 to wash.
I don't know. I'll
ask, yeah. And so anyway, he was charged and he went to prison for a while. He lives in Prescott, Arizona. Anyway, that's the end of my story. That's the truth, and I'm sticking to it. That's my story, and I'm sticking through it. My new home is going to be around. Wow. Cinnamon Hot, where are you going? No, I headed from Eagle Creek, Barton area to towards Jansen Beach. Larry says it was Jansen Beach. We're 10 miles from well, I don't know, 7 miles, 8 miles from Jansen Beach. Anyway, into my live broadcast. Mucho lovo.